Whenever you go online and see people discussing the most disturbing manga they've read, you notice them naming Uzumaki, Gyo, Berserk, Frankenfran, but in my opinion, there are many that are worse. So today I'm going to talk about the most disgusting manga I've ever read. These Eroguro manga are really horrible, and with that I mean how the mangaka doesn't know any limits on what they draw. So if you didn't read what I wrote in the start, then I'm going to say it again. If you can't handle gore, this video may not be for you, or at least don't read any of what I'm going to talk about. But for the ones that are okay with it, of course I recommend them. Okay, I'm going to start with the least disturbing manga I read, and the first one is Tokyo Akazukin, also known as Tokyo Red Hood. Okay, this manga isn't really an Eroguro, or maybe it is, I don't know, but it's definitely a fucked up one, that's for sure. So, to make it short, the story is about this lolly that just wants to get eaten by Mr. Wolf. So, yeah, she goes to several grown up men and see if they are Mr. Wolf or not. And if you're asking, yes, the lolly and the wolf are inspired by the popular fairy tale or folklore tale. I know the difference. Anyways, is this manga a hentai or a lolly doujinshi about the Red Riding Hood? Nope, not at all. Well, if you get past the first chapters, where all the messed up scenes are, including sexual scenes, violence, and gore, then the story will really get better. I like the manga actually, and I don't think I need to justify myself for saying it's not for being a lolly. That's just how Eroguro is, and I mean, you should accept it if you're going to read it. But I'm not into it, so I hope I don't get hate comments for it. So, as I said, if you ever give this manga a try, I would really recommend you to get past the first chapters, and then you will enjoy it. I guess so. I know it's crazy, and I mean it. The characters there are really fucked up in the head, so don't judge the manga by only that. I mean, it's part of it, but you know, it gets better. I don't know how, if I could show any of the pictures, but I will try. I mean, even the covers are weird about all of these manga, I mean, not only this one. Second manga that was disgusting, and it's Death Face. Well, not the whole manga was disturbing, but I just can't forget the first chapter, Cockroach. Best chapter title ever I read. Maybe it's because it was one of my first Eroguro, but the other chapters were fine, in my opinion. I already talked about this manga before. I just had to mention about this chapter. And it's about a farmer who got insulted by Lolly, of course, classic. And then, how should I explain this? Think about a hole, and he puts cockroach in that hole, and then he uses a taser to have them like react. And now understand what I meant by hole. If that's not fucked up, I don't know. And there's another chapter in this manga that's called Material, which is also weird. And it's about turning people into materials. So, for example, a girl got turned into a toilet. Classic Japanese people creativity. Third manga I'm mentioning, and is worse. That's Mai-chan's daily life. I hope I pronounced it right. This is very popular, I guess, but for the ones that don't know it, it's basically just sick gore. A girl who just doesn't die, and yeah, she's 17 years old, not 18. Of course, the manga had to mention that. And this girl doesn't die no matter what happens to her, who's held in a house of rich people, who get her clients, who do anything. Yup, I mean it, anything to satisfy their desires. So yeah, this manga is just about these sick people. Every chapter, new customers with their sexual, dark, weird thoughts they fantasize about, and they're possible with Mei-chan because she rich in race. I honestly can't believe if there's like people this crazy, like the ones mentioned in this manga, but I'm kinda sure they are. Did I like this manga? No, just gore everywhere. I just read it because it was famous, so I had to check it. But in my opinion, other Eroguro manga can disturb you more, but it's definitely sick, especially the last chapter. So of course I had to mention it. But as I know, I didn't really check. But some of the horror manga community mentioned this as the most fucked up manga ever, which is of course not true. I mean, I still didn't get into the most horrible ones I read. But I think the biggest problem with this manga, or the reason why everyone says that, not all of them, but most of the people, is that the last chapter includes a baby. Yep, a baby. Yeah, Japan. Next one I'm going to talk about is Game Over. So this one is maybe a sequel to Mai-chan's daily life, but what matters is that it's about her, of course. And this one is definitely worse than the last one. This manga has the same weird things. I swear you can nearly find any fetish possible in this manga. Punishments in any way you think it can be. If you can't stand BDSM manga, etc., then these ones are definitely not for you. Because that's nothing compared to these, believe me. The clients are sometimes rappers, sometimes butchers, sometimes they get hungry, want to eat the regenerated meat. Since many who may watch this video want to give these manga a try, I totally understand that and don't recommend many to do it. So I'm trying to explain it, like give you an idea without getting you so disgusted. So, for example, think of a butcher doing his job, cutting meat, cutting out the legs, you know, the usual work. And then, party, party. I mean, I don't know how to explain it, and I have a feeling this video will get reported, but I said nothing. I'm just talking about a butcher's work, you know. I'm just gonna say it. These things are kinda usual in Ergo, so if you find this really, really horrible, so don't ever give it a try. Other than that, I should say that I enjoyed this manga more than the first one, and it's especially because of its last chapters. One of the ones I liked is Game Over. I mean, the chapter Game Over. And this one is definitely horrible, with our usual rappers chasing a girl. It was too gory and crazy, but the joke I saw, I will try and show it, just made me laugh with everything happening. I mean, if you read Erguru or ever read it once, sometimes you really don't know if you should feel bad about laughing or not. The jokes are really stupid, and the one I'm showing, maybe I will think about it. It's definitely not funny if it was in a shonen manga, for example. But here, with all the gore happening, it just made me laugh. Maybe try this manga. I mean, jump to the game over chapter and don't read all the crazy things in the first chapters. Also, if you don't want to read this chapter, there's the Jingle Bells chapter in this manga. And yeah, it's about Christmas and Santa Claus. This is, of course, a good guy who ends up at a lolly's bedroom. Sorry. So, because of how nice he is, you, of course, should give her a gift. After recording all this, I feel that this video would be really long if I continue the other three that are definitely worse than the ones I mentioned. If I will talk longer, then probably many of you will get tired of it. So I'll just end it here. And I'm not sure if you even enjoyed this video. If you're new to this channel, I don't just upload about Eroguro. I do talk about other manga, but for now mainly horror in general. If you guys like this video, I may prepare the rest of this video sooner, so I'd love to know your opinions. If you're interested in Eroguro, I have a guide video that may help you to get started. If you already like it, I also have a video about my top 5 Eroguro manga if you want to check it. Feel free to write anything in the comments. Would you dare read any of these? Or do you already read them? Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, drop a like, subscribe, and see you in another video. Bye.
Goth Boy Clips.
Hold on, baby, could you wait here? Promise I'll be right back.